What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the latest episode of Unplanned and Unashamed with Ray Money and Isaiah Pinnell. And we're recording a brand new episode of Unplanned and Unashamed.
We back.
The first episode of the new year.
Yeah, man. I'm shooting live here from my new studio in the hallway at the casino.
Oh, are you in Cherokee?
Yeah, I'm down here. We have it's almost like a residency down here now, so I've been out quite a bit. So now
you need to stop at one of those stores and get you like a feathered headdress.
Nah. Actually, you know something? I just found out, like one of my cousins, I don't know if he lying or not, but he say that we got some Native American. I'm a part Native American of some sort, like my great grandmother or some great grandmother or something. I was like, oh, I don't know for sure, but
you need to go on Ancestry and find that out.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm willing to spend the money on it.
Yeah, you do spend quite a bit of money. And the further back you dig, the more money you spend. I had a cousin that did that, and he went like as far back as you could go. And
so, my question is, what does he do with the information once he got it? Now what? He just got it,
right? He just has it. I guess he can like talk about it in like conversation. But I mean, most like that conversation is like a very niche conversation to have because not everybody is like interested in that. Like if you're like, oh, my family came from Scotland over on a boat and the boat was named, the SS, I don't know, Minnow. Nobody's gonna like only certain people are gonna find that Minnow interesting.
That's that Chris Duggar from SS Minnow Johnson. Ricky Dan. Yeah, this is my boat. What he said on Rush Hour. Was that Rush Hour? Yeah, it was Rush Hour. But now I don't know. Everybody know. It's very like around here because it's on the reservation. It's very prevalent. They have to sign up like they're like registered and stuff. So it's very interesting to see the culture and the dynamics of stuff around here.
Right.
It's
interesting learning about that stuff, but there's also I feel like younger people, it's more prevalent where they could like care less about that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I think the older you get, the more interested you get in like learning about people's background and like where they came from and about their ancestry and stuff.
Yeah, they don't. It's not a point of focus at all for most time. Well, I can't say that. I guess there's a niche for every little group, even in the young culture. Like, that's it's interesting. You got some kids that are like I've seen some kids that are like interested in like this like natural wildlife and the anatomy of like crocodiles and stuff like that. So I think there's some people that are gonna be interested into it, but the majority of part, they just want kids to want to have fun, and history ain't fun.
See, I was always into history. Like I had all the president books. Even in like kindergarten, I could tell you who Lemonade Lucy was and like that.
So you're one of those people. So what excited you about history? I mean, I enjoy history. I mean, I don't know if that more recent or when I started enjoying it, but when did you start?
Oh, I was like real little, like kindergarten. Like I've always ever since I was little, like I've always been into history. And like the Old West, especially, is my favorite part.
The Old West,
yeah, I just like cowboys and westerns and stuff. So the Old West is always like, and the fact that if you really think about it, like it seems like a long time ago, but at the same time, it's really not that long ago.
Nah, man. I had a dude at with my show last night. He had on front row, very front seat. He had on his cowboy gear, red and black, and his wife was just like it. I'm like, they right here. They in some time period.
Right. Like
Yeah.
my granny, my great grandma, her parents was born in 1895, and then
Mhm.
10 years before that, they was having shootouts at the OK Corral. So that's really not that long ago when you
And
really think about it.
I mean, we ain't that far away now. It's gonna be okay. Shootouts at the Golden Corral.
There you go.
Man, it ain't
But
nothing
yeah,
changed.
right. I've always been like very fascinated, and I'm like good with dates and time periods and like that stuff. I'm good at like math. I could care less. I suck at math, but like
Mhm.
remembering the dates and historical figures and names of the like, I was always good at that.
You remember all like the historical figures?
Yes, but you put numbers in front of me. Nope.
Hmm. What's the so I was used to be in this program. I can't say that. When I was in elementary. I was in elementary. Was it elementary? No. That was middle school. Well, I think I counted both of them. I was I was a librarian for for a while, so I got interested in. Yeah, you just sitting there. I just needed a reason. I didn't want to be in class. That was like a thing you could pick, so I didn't have to go to actual class. But I was just sitting there then, waiting on people to come check out books, and
So you
nobody
just
is.
got bored and started reading some
Yeah,
books.
I got bored. That's what. I guess I was being lazy and then end up reading. That's what it was.
Math is equally as important, but I think earlier. Let me rephrase that. I said math is very important, but I also think that history is equally as important because I truly believe that if you don't learn from your history, you are doomed to repeat it at some point.
Why you believe that?
Because I just feel like if you don't learn from certain historical mistakes, that there's somewhere along the line, there's going to be somebody that is going to want to repeat those, like if you don't learn about it. Because all it takes is for like certain topics in history class to be removed. And then 30, 40 years from now, some wacko is going to be like, you know what's a good idea?
Wait, so you think that because they removed it out of the book that people want to? They already do that now. They already did like they remix stuff anyway. That's what if it's already there, somebody just remix it. What's the like they do now with the songs? They got a little bit of the nostalgia and all the music now.
Right.
I think that's the same thing where the ideas and stuff they spawn from another idea, meaning like so whatever's in the history book. Let's just say you said the Western stuff. So the Western stuff, people have those. That's why you see people wear the cowboy get up and gear because it's something that they're interested in. Like that's
Right.
and not just because they didn't just get it out of nowhere. They saw something, a Western, and it was like, all right, like the guy. I'm pretty sure he like you like Westerns and watch Westerns. Do you wear Western gear at times?
Oh, I have several cowboy boots. I have a couple cowboy hats.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have some cowboy gear.
So it's the part of the influence, but it had to be there from somewhere, and that there whatever you were watching was pulled from history. But if it wasn't there to pull from, I mean, eventually the idea would come out from somewhere else. But I don't think like if it wasn't there, that it wouldn't happen again. It could happen whether it was if you know it or not, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like if Like if you know it or not, it could still repeat itself.
Yeah,
But
man.
I feel like if we don't learn about it, then it's more prevalent to happen, I guess.
What you mean?
I feel like if we don't learn about certain like historical things and events, that there's more of a chance that it might repeat itself versus if they just take it out. I
That's a
mean,
good
maybe
question.
not, but
I don't know. I mean, you ain't gonna never know.
yeah, that's one of those things that that we'll probably never know. But I just feel like if you don't learn about them, then you're more prone to repeating those mistakes. And like you
Because
said, even if you don't learn, like even if they take it out, still somebody is going to figure out a way to go back and repeat some kind of idea.
no, whether you know it or not, you're gonna make little mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Let's see. I think generally that's how people know that they you say that they don't learn from, they still do the same thing. Like just say put it as a single person and be like, all right, I don't know, if you leave your keys and you always lose your keys and you learn that you're gonna lose your keys, the fact that you know that you will lose your keys doesn't mean that you won't still lose your keys. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your history is that yeah, you lose keys. It don't mean that you're still not gonna lose them keys.
Right?
You're gonna still lose them. Like I know I'm gonna lose them. I put them right here, and that's what you say every time. I put them right here, but that's not what happened.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, but I don't know. We got it's been a New Year's. Did you do something for New Year's, man? What'd you do?
I worked on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
You work?
Yeah, I worked both days.
What does New Year's look like that at your job?
I mean, some people will like bring in like balloons and stuff on New Year's and like little horns and stuff and glasses to wear but other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot of stuff
With
going on.
fireworks and stuff like that.
No fireworks at the
Ain't no
nursing home. No.
Hey man, you don't think they want to see no fireworks? He said, "What? It's a little too much. Too
Yeah,
much.
it's a little too much.
Man, it's sad that man. I performed at a few nurses' homes before in like senior living facilities. Like I reached out to them and just to do a show for them, and just because I like my grandmother, she used to be in my mom's mom was in a nursing home before she passed away. And it just seemed when I was going there as a kid, I just seen it used to seem all gloomy, and it used to just make me like yeah, you feel weird, but it sounds when you work there's a lot of excitement over there.
Yeah, there can be some excitement, but there's also a lot of gloom and stuff because you hate seeing people with dementia and their family members walk in and they're like, "Well, who are you again?" Like that makes it gloomy. But then there's sometimes when they say something funny and you're like, "This is hilarious."
Like you like all right, since well, now that's usually I don't know. It's interesting that the fact that you worked there, man. I've always no, I felt a little weird about going to them. Even when my aunt just was there too. She was before she passed away. She went to a nursing home, but you never really can tell like what it's like there. I don't know. What would you want? Is that something that you would want to be when you got older in a nursing home? Like if you couldn't go anywhere, would you want or you be like, nah, I feel like I'd want to be there, as opposed to like some people feel like they'd be a burden on people.
Oh, so you're talking about like if when I'm older, would I want like my grandkids or kids to put me in a nursing home or have them take care of me?
Yeah, Because some people are like, nah, I don't know if I don't want to do that. Where my kids will have to take care of me, and then some
That's
people
a
are like, nah, I don't want to go in.
that's a good question because I mean, it would depend on like the nursing home because not all nursing homes are the same. Like if it was a good nursing home where the nurses cared and everything, then yes. But like if
Yeah, I get what you're saying. He's like, God, the nurses don't care. Ain't that their job to care?
right, but I mean there are some out there that could care less. Like if somebody's laying in poop or pee, like they could care less.
Yeah,
So it would
I
just depend on the nursing home and
I
like
got
the
you.
people that work there. But I would prefer if I had like a kid to take care of me that like actually had that
Hmm.
cared. But then again, you're gonna run like if I had a kid that could care less what happened to me, that would suck too.
Yeah,
But then that would be my fault because that meant I didn't raise them right. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're like, "Oh, that I don't care
nah.
what happens to our dad," I'd be like, "Well, what did I do wrong?"
You probably gave them too much. They were ungrateful for the things they got.
Right? Yeah, either
Hell
that or I was
nah.
a bad parent. Either that or I
Well,
just like gave them a shovel and said, "Go dig a hole while I drink a beer."
yeah.
So that's probably what I'll do. I'll just be like, "Here, go dig this shovel while I drink a beer."
Hmm. Wow. I don't know, man. I was I think some people I don't know. I'm like, I don't either.
So would you
Yeah,
want to be put in a nursing home or would you want, one of your kids taking care of you?
I don't know. That's the question. I'm like, I don't know. I probably don't want either.
You
I
don't
like
want
to,
either.
nah, man,
So
myself,
you,
man.
you want to have like a quick death where you don't have to be put in either.
What?
You just that way you just want to like wake up one day at like 78 and be like my heart's hurting and then boom you're out and you're
Man.
still living at home.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to die slow.
Right.
I don't know.
Like
That's
I feel like that's what happens though when you get
I
put in
mean,
a
yeah,
nursing home. Like you just because most of them have Alzheimer's and dementia, and
yeah.
their brain is just slowly withering away.
I don't know. Because on one side you still, you have a life standard outside of the nurse home. Most of those people don't leave.
Right.
So that's the interesting thing. Like, all right, they're there 24/7. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
You don't know if you'd want to be there 24/7. It would
No,
get boring. I mean, not really. Being able to go out and
man,
the only interaction you have is like when you go to eat in the dining room, and that's it.
it's like being in quarantine the whole time. That's
Right, kind of.
the it's like this the nah. I ain't with that, man. No. I try my because I like to go places, so that's the and see different stuff. It's like seeing the same thing every day with you know I don't know. I'm an
But I
explorer.
mean, if you had a kid taking care of you, like ultimately, you shouldn't feel like a burden. Like, I mean, there's going to be days probably like when they're like, "Oh, Dad is such a burden on us because we're taking." But at the end of the day, like, it's probably just because they had a bad day and they don't really mean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
I would just want to like still be living at home, being able to do my own thing, and then just wake up one day and then just fall over and that's it.
Then she was just I was having breakfast this morning, and man,
Fell over into my pancakes.
dang, man, this podcast gets darker and darker every episode.
And they found me with maple syrup all over my face.
I said this podcast gets darker and darker every episode.
It does. Butter running down my cheeks.
Man,
I'm just
he died of love. He loved breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
he was eating his IHOP pancakes and just.
You said IHOP pancakes, and they,
yeah.
Either they, yeah, that's it. I don't know, man. But
that would be the way to go. Either eating a good meal, like doing something that makes you happy. That would be the way to go.
I know that's it, man. I try to do that all the time. I'm out here watching they got a river that runs through the I can see it.
Wow.
You can see it runs straight through the casino and the hotels. Like you can walk right out to it. A little strange. I mean, I come out. I'll try to be in this peaceful space all the time. So I'll be out exploring, looking at stuff. Yeah, that way, if it ever did, I done seen as much as I could.
Right. Oh, Ray's froze.
I froze up.
Yeah, you froze for like a split second. Well, you're still frozen, but I can hear. Okay, there we go.
I went too far away.
So, do you like go out and bathe in the river? No, I'm kidding.
Man, you tripping? It's cold like I had when they got it's cool that they got a tubing, like you can get tubes and you can go tubing all the way down the river. Using when it's warm out here in the summertime, and because the water is generally like it's clear and you can see like just maybe like at times it's only like I don't know 2 feet, 3 feet of water and you can see through it so you can float right on it. Man, it's nice. It's especially when it's in summertime. People be fishing. Right when they be catching a little trout and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen the outdoor drama that's in Cherokee?
I haven't. I just I was looking for other stuff around here. I've been out here a few times, but sometimes I got my kids with me actually out here this time, so I'm gonna take them somewhere today. So that's probably a good idea. What is it like? You seen it before?
Well, I don't think they're doing it now because I think they shut down in the winter, and then I think they start back up in the spring, and then end, I think, in like September. But it's called Unto These Hills.
Unto These Hills.
And it's about the Trail of Tears and how that all started. And I mean, it's a good play, but there's points where it'll like make you mad at like Andrew Jackson and stuff.
What do you do?
Because he was the one that basically started it and was like, we need to move all these Indians from their home all the way out to Oklahoma. So like when you watch the play, you like walk out like hating him that much more.
Really? Unto These Hills. So you say they do it? So you have seen it or you haven't?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've only seen it once. I'd like to go back and see it again. That would be something cool to do on the podcast, like during the spring and summer. Yeah, tour that place where they have the outdoor drama and interview some of the workers and stuff.
Cool. I mean, I've already got some dates. I'll be back down here in I think May. I mean, I'll be down here in the next few months as well. So. Yeah, we can do that. Out here, get mad at the white man.
That's exactly what you end up doing. You end up getting mad at Whitey. That's exactly what.
And then he's like, hey, he come out, man, well, not you in particular, sir, but just
You,
Andrew
you,
Jackson and them people that did that.
you end up feeling like Steve Martin's mom in The Jerk
Yeah.
when she's like, don't trust Whitey.
No, maybe that's a part of why the history probably, some of the stuff they probably trying to take out the history books, because some of them like, all right, you just read it, you get pissed off.
Right.
It's probably the same way. And then some of the stuff where you need it in there because, it'll make, I think, who is it? I can't remember one of another comic I was talking to. It's like you'd make it'd make us look like, make the people that are struggling look like they just lazy, and that it ain't
Right.
that nothing happened to them. So I don't know. It's an interesting. You kind of need both aspects.
Right. I don't think there's anything wrong with being pissed off at certain like historical like events and stuff, because you're like, how could somebody do that to people? And then you end up, because it's like a cautionary thing, like, why, we should never do this again.
That's what some people say, and the other people say we should do this again.
Yeah, they're the crazy people. If you're a good person, you're reading about the Trail of Tears and you're reading about, all other historical events, and you're like, how could anybody do this? And then there might be a crazy person next to you that is like, you know what? One day I want to be president, and we're going to do this all over again.
That's right. And I think we got him. No, I'm just playing.
And then there's certain people that like don't believe that stuff ever happened, and like even professors and stuff.
Nah, I mean, I think that's where you get your information from. So everybody's history, everybody has a history. Every individual person has a history, and every individual person has their viewpoint on what any scenario that happened. It can be 10 people, and 10 people give you a different synopsis about what happened. The only difference is the people that write it down. So the people that write it down on, and so that's the information that we get out of these texts. That's why you have different stories like that of Christopher Columbus's exploration, because we only got one. We didn't get the full story. Now they trying to scale back. It ain't Columbus Day. It's President's Day, and all the stuff started getting cloudy.
Yeah, and they always leave out that Columbus was a big piece of crap. They never do mention that.
Yeah, when people be telling the story, some people, they don't put everything in the story. Well, you ain't say he did all that.
Right. Like they don't they always say that he was like the first person to discover America. He did not. He landed in the Bahamas or something like that. Like it wasn't, he was a little off. Now, if he would have went a little further north, he would have hit Florida eventually, but he still didn't. Yeah.
See, as after finding out that I'm native this morning, you see how I could be pissed off about this. No, you look. I got one text message. I got one text message from somebody, one of my cousins, that he Googled and found something, and now I'm like, wait.
Now I'm
Columbus head.
Now I'm teed off about it with Christopher Columbus, because they really don't mention, like they paint him to be some kind of hero, and they never mention how he was a piece of crap to the Indians and stuff.
That's what
the natives. The natives.
That's what we need. The Christopher Columbus story. Piece of. one of those type movies.
I always thought like a mini series about the Trail of Tears would be really good.
A miniseries.
Yeah, like a Netflix mini series about it and how some of them were able to like uh, get out of that and like actually stay in the mountains of North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we've got a few tribes here in North Carolina, so that's. I mean, that's cool. I mean, of course, I mean, I'm here right now with the Cherokee Nation, so that's cool, man.
Yeah.
To see all the artwork, man, and to I'm sure somebody around here, like one of the comics here, actually, his name is Sean. He's native and he grew up here around. So it's interesting to hear him talk and tell about the different stuff that's here. Like you see like I don't know, they had like statues and different I don't know if it's more tourism stuff. I'm sure it is been added there for tourism, but uh it'll be interesting to see what some of the actual cultural stuff is. Because if they did do a mini series about something like that, you'd want to see. I wonder where they would shoot it and how authentic it would be.
Right. Yeah, because it'd have to be shot in both like North Carolina and then follow, as they get to Oklahoma.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's where they moved them to.
Yeah, there's what tribe is that?
That was the Cherokee that they moved. But I think some of them was able to actually like keep hidden and not like they avoided that.
Well, I'm sure that is the case. That's why we probably this area right here became problem because it was probably a high population of Cherokees here. When I had someone tell me like they don't. It's almost like the land here is not almost actually owned or something like that. Like where it's kind of partially owned.
Right. And that's what I would like to see is like, how some of them was moved and then how some of them stayed.
Yeah. Sorry, no, we got a lot of people. They're leaving right now. They just keep coming in my office.
Tell them to quiet it down. We're recording a episode of Unplanned and Unashamed.
Yeah,
Go up to them and tell them to subscribe to our podcast.
Nah, they leaving, man. You don't mess with casino people after they lost a bunch of money. No.
What you need to do is you need to be like, oh, I know you lost a ton of money, but we're looking for sponsors when you want to sponsor our show.
Everybody didn't know, man. I was matter of fact, the Texan guy was talking about with the cowboy stuff on. He said his wife said she had won like $5,000, and she's like, I didn't win as much as he did. She's like, and he's like, how much he won? I think he won like 12,000. I'm like, whoa.
Good grief. But see, you'd have to be like dedicated to like gambling if you want to win that much money.
Man.
Like you have to be able to risk it to get the biscuit if you.
Yeah, it was another lady who said they was playing. She was playing $50 on a hand. I was like, "Yep, I ain't trying to play $50 a hand. I don't know how to play that well."
I'm good with like everybody throwing in like $5 and then playing rummy, and then whoever wins at the end gets all the money.
Nope. I don't know how to play rummy that well.
You don't know how to play rummy?
No, I don't. I've been trying. Like I've played a few
What?
times, but I'm not. Now, if we want to play some spades or some tunk, you know, I play tunk.
I have no idea how to play that one. I
Man,
don't think
what?
I've ever played that one. I've played spades a time or two. I've played Texas Hold'em a few times. What else have I played? I think that's about it.
That's what they need here. They need like they really get it going now. They got Uno bed. Man, you could bet on Uno, playing Uno.
Oh, so Moose said Tunk and Rummy are the same,
They ain't the
basically.
same. That's what everybody be saying. Tell me so they basically they not. Y'all be adding extra
But
cards in there.
I
I
think
bet what
Moose said on the previous. Wait, Tunk is well seasoned. That's what he said.
Shut up, Moose.
Now Moose said on the previous episode that he was a good card player, so I want to play him in Rummy one day.
Who?
Just to see who would Moose. I want to play him in Rummy one day.
No, you don't.
Yes,
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
I
No,
do.
you don't.
I do.
I promise you don't.
With
Yeah, but hey, Tunk is really fun, and it is kind of close to Rummy. Like I had a bunch of buddies that played Tunk back in high school, and we used to play it on like on
Moose
buses,
grew up with a
field
lot
trips
of
and
black
stuff.
friends. He
I
played
did, yeah.
spades and tongue.
Man, I went to Statesville Senior High School. What do you think? You know,
Man, he
like,
played R&B music. That's what he.
yeah, I'm
Shut
well
up.
seasoned too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but like there's a whole lot of similarities between Rummy and Tunk. But I tell you, the game that I'm like addicted to is Rummikube. Have you ever played Rummikube?
No, I've never.
Rummikube, ready for this, is Rummy or Tunk or whatever, but it's on tiles and it's like dominoes.
Huh.
What?
Yeah, so like you try to get like sets and runs of like the same color and the same in like consecutive sets of numbers, and there are these wild card faces looking things. It's a really cool game. If you like cards and dominoes, you'll really like that because you can play off other people's things that they have already set out in front of them and things like that. So I'd look that game up too.
Well, you know what? We ought to have a game night. I'll beat y'all ass.
Right.
Come on, be look at that.
And and when we have the game night, does it have to be like all cards and like Rummikube? Because I also like Cards Against Humanity too for a card game. That's
Man,
that's fine.
I bust your heads and connect four. Everything. But nah, I don't know. I play cards like
what's your favorite like card game?
spades.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's just you know, a little trash talk here and there. And you know, usually it's multiple people playing, so it's more of a camaraderie around it, man. I've had a bunch of my friends over the years. We played spades, like just spades night and playing spades. So I think you know what, I may bring that back. I ain't did that in a long time. I don't really play like I used to. So yeah.
Do you have like a favorite board game or something?
Nah, I don't know about that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not a big board game guy either. I like cards and like card games, like Cards Against Humanity. That's probably my favorite game to play.
What's Cards Against Humanity?
You've never played Cards Against Humanity?
No, I've heard about it, but I've heard the name, but I've never played.
So it's like I think it's like the first person to get 10 points wins, and they have like different cards where you have to fill in the blanks with like funny answers and stuff.
That's a great description, Isaiah.
I don't know. Like
everybody gets
Oh,
dealt cards, right? And
Okay.
one person like is basically it. They put down a card. Let's say it says fried chicken is best when blank, and then you have like a whole bunch of cards in your hand, and you try to basically come up with the best answer that you think that person will pick. So it's like fried chicken is, and if I had the card that says well seasoned, I put well seasoned on there. You know what I'm saying? Or you say fried chicken is best from Kentucky Fried Chicken. If you have like a Kentucky Fried Chicken card, which you probably don't, but you know, but a lot of them are like really like screwed up and kind of off color
answers.
And,
okay.
Yeah, and you just try to make everybody laugh and get the person who is it to pick your card, and then that's how you get a said point.
Gotcha.
And I think
it's fun. I mean, Isaiah's right. It is a whole lot of fun. Don't play with your mom and dad sitting around though.
Oh, I played with my mom and stepdad and my sister.
Oh man, I want to play it now. That sound like it.
Yeah, it's a good time, man. Like it's yeah, I mean, you find out a whole lot about the people around you and their twisted sense of humor. Yeah.
Yeah, when I played it with my mom, she there was a couple times that I was like, daggone, she has a wicked sense of humor. And then I was surprised. So last time I played it, we was on vacation in Pigeon Forge, and I was shopping in like this card store that had like, you know, different like card games and stuff. And my sister goes, I've never played that game before. And I said, how have you never played this? And she goes, I just don't like playing games and stuff. Like, she's a fuddy-duddy. Like, she doesn't do any of that stuff. Like, she just she stays in her room and hibernates. That's what she does. So I bought it and forced her to play it. And I think she won, like, back-to-back. Like, we played it twice, and she won it both times.
Okay. I think, look, I'm going to play that. This is definitely not a game for me to play with. Well, your mom play with you. I got
yeah, my mom and my stepdad. Yeah, you can play it with your teenage kids.
I'm asking Moose.
Yeah, I don't know that. I
don't trust.
Obviously, I'm not a parent. I don't know. Like,
he's like, go for
it. What age appropriate it is? It says it on the box.
I think it's like
they've paid people to figure out what the age appropriateness of each game is, and they put it on the box. So I would say 16 and up is probably good.
Oh yeah, my kids got maybe like.
But I mean, if they're watching like R-rated movies and stuff, they're good. They're good to whatever. I mean, there's some wrong. I mean, there's some like sexual there's a whole lot of like sexual innuendos and, I don't know, like basically stuff about murder.
I mean, and there's some that is just straight up like no innuendo at all. There's some that's just like in your face.
Alrighty.
But yeah, I mean, it depend. It would depend on how old like Moose said, 16 and up. Probably. But now, the first time I played it, I think I was like, yeah, I would have been about 16. 15 or 16.
It's been out that long?
Yeah, it's been out years.
Yeah, so it, just for the folks listening at home, 17 and up is appropriate for Cards Against Humanity is what they say. Yeah, sure. So there you go, 17 and up, and it was released in 2011. So it's been around for a minute.
I got you.
I think I was like 15 the first time I played it, 15 or 16.
So you played with your parents when you first played it?
No, let's see, who did I play it with the first time? It was a couple of my cousins, and they were like a couple years older than me. So like 17, 18, 19, somewhere around there. And then I think my uncle was there, and then my grandma, she was there too, playing with us.
So evidently they do have editions. They have like a family edition where it doesn't talk about blowjobs every other round. So You know, it's
okay. That's what the regular one got blowjobs.
Yeah, the regular one is
yeah, featuring blowjobs. It says it on the box.
Yeah, that's why I said it's gonna get awkward.
Well, like, how old are your teenage kids?
15.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I don't want to. I don't want to be 26 sitting over there talking about getting homework from my dad.
Not that one, but just like the plain one.
Gosh almighty.
Well, when I played with my grandma,
you play your grandma with a regular version.
Yeah, I played the regular version with my grandma, a couple of my cousins, my dad. There was like, I think 7 or 8 of us playing.
Did they remove those cards, or you was just
No? They didn't remove the dirty ones. We was playing with the dirty ones. Like, I played one time. I forgot what the question was, and I played a card. Oh, what did it say? It was like Pac-Man uncontrollably guzzling cum. I think that's what it said.
Yeah. So I've just pulled up the dirtiest and funniest cards against humanity combos. Okay. Do you want to hear them?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Okay. There's a meme that this little old lady's holding up, and it says on the top card, which is the object card, he says, "When all else fails, I can always masturbate to," and it says blank. And her response was Grandpa's ashes.
Yeah.
I mean, if that gives you any sort of idea of what kind of a game this is.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, Lord have mercy. Okay, here's the next one. I mean, we got to limit to this. A recent laboratory studies that undergraduates have 50% less sex after being exposed to. And the winning card of that round was Big Bird's brown crusty asshole.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's it's raunchy. Like, it's really, 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 really raunchy.
I got you.
Yeah, it's definitely not a family game unless you're my family. Then it's okay. Because, like I said, the first time I played it, it was my grandma, my uncle, 3 of my cousins, and a family friend of ours. So, yeah, it's not a family game unless it's my family. then it's okay.
Then it's okay. Hey, teach his own, man. Look.
I think I'm going to invite my preacher over and we play it with the preacher. Moose is shaking his head like, no, don't play it with the preacher. That's what you could do, Ray. You could invite the preacher over and play Cards Against Humanity.
Man, what?
Let's not.
You trying to get me? Hey, yeah, that'd be wild though, man. Hey, they probably play them games too. I'm sure they do.
That actually would be kind of funny, like seeing what kind of humor the preacher has by playing Cards Against Humanity.
Hey, they people just like everybody else.
I'm scrolling the rest of these responses, and for like the most awful responses for this game, yeah, it is terrible. I'm gonna share this link with y'all. But yeah, it's not great.
Hold on, read another one.
Oh,
I want to hear one more.
All right, I'm gonna find a good one. Some of these I don't even want to say on the internet.
They're that bad? Good grief.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, some of these are like really like dirty that I don't want to say out loud. I mean, yeah, they're awful, man. Like I didn't realize that they were this awful.
Oh yeah, some of them are really bad.
Yeah. Oh man. So like, like one of them is Like, I drink to forget. And then the response card is alcoholism. You know, like, it's just like, I don't know. You try to be funny, you try to be creative, or I guess it all just determines on who is determining that round. So, like, if you know that person is, is sick in the head, like, you try to come up with the thickest thing you could possibly do. Or if you think that person is, like, kind of reserved and funny, like, you want to, give them something wholesome to try to pick. But the object is for them to pick your response. Yeah, there's some bad ones.
I'm interested now, man. I'm gonna get the game now.
Yep, look it up. This episode is not sponsored by Cards Against Humanity.
We need them to be.
We need them to be. I would love it if they were a sponsor.
Well, this has been an episode of
Unplanned and Unashamed. The first episode of the new year.
Yeah, man, we out.
Thanks for listening to the Unplanned and Unashamed podcast. If you like what you've heard, make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and follow. And we'll see you on the next episode.